Hey guys. It's that. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel. Give me the fufu juice.
Oh! I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a weedie.
You found a weedie?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Good morning. We are back at it again today. I'm out doing a little bit of detecting at a local school. The front area up next to the road where I really haven't done anything before. I've done the back pretty extensively, found a gold ring back there, all kinds of stuff. Just sort of a little super thin wedding band. My first target today, my very first target, is this. It's got an edge like a coin, but man, it is crusty looking. Let me turn you around so you can see it a little bit better. I mean, that is super crusty. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if I've got a quarter. I don't know if I've got a copper, which would be my first, or what. I'm going to try to identify it later, but we'll set it aside and see what we can figure out. It'd have to be cool if I've got a copper. It's not green particularly. Maybe a little bit of patina peeking through there. Sorry, I don't know if this has been in focus. My apologies. Interesting nonetheless. I'll keep going. I don't have a long time out. I've just got maybe an hour and a half before I have to go pick up my daughter. We're going to do some hitting up a big massive neighborhood garage sale, trying to find some dorm stuff for one of my kiddos. This wind is really kicking up here today. It's cold. Yesterday was beautiful. This morning it's like 48 degrees and windy. Just found this though. Looks like a kid's badge. I can see there's words on it of some sort. I just can't clean it off enough to see what they are. But we'll get it. We'll get it cleaned off. I think that might say peace or something right there. I'm not sure. Really cool though. That's an older one. It's something. There's a lot of junk here, just garbage, but I'm just out here for a short time. We'll see what we can find. All right, see if I can find a good position here. That'll do. Yeah, close enough. It's already the next day. What a difference a day can make. It was a little later in the day. Yesterday it was early when I was out. Today it's close to 11, but I'm in shorts. I do have a long sleeve on, but it's just a tiny chill in the air, and it's going to get warm later today, so I'll have to take this off. I'm back at my favorite school spots, checking out a different area, you know, next to a basketball court. So a lot of trash, but I got something down in the hole. First hole, let's see what it is. I think it's just a penny, but we'll find out. Where did it go? Right down here. Penny. Yep, I can see Lincoln peeking through there. Oh, I'll be dang. I think it's a wheat. I'll be dang. Our first hole, we got a wheat. I was just recording it just for the heck of seeing what we could find here. For our first hole, I didn't expect to get a wheat, and it's a 47 it looks like. Heck yeah, we'll take that. That's a good start. Alright, second hole was a big old piece of wire. Third hole, literally like 2.5 inches deep there. You see Lincoln's face peeking through. But check it out, it's another wheat scent. Third hole. We got a 1950 it looks like. Check that out. That's pretty good. Not bad. And I'm still like right up next to the fence. I haven't even got off the fence yet. So good sign, good sign. Well, this isn't exactly what I was expecting to find. It's a broken arrow, field tip, like a practice tip. But reminder here, I'm at a school. I'm in a schoolyard. Why is this in a schoolyard? Let's keep going. This is the same hole where I found my arrow. I thought the arrow was my signal, but it's not. I have something else here, and check this out. I think I've got a Chinese coin. I do. I'll be danged. Certainly was not expecting that. That is awesome. Wow, and it's shiny. I don't think it's silver, but is that cool or what? Was not expecting that. Definitely was not expecting that. That's sweet. This one was ringing up a bit funny. Oops, almost dropped it. Or actually I did drop it. When it come out green, I thought I had myself an Indian head. But I don't. I have myself a Canadian. That's the older one. That's a 1940s Canadian penny. That's pretty cool. Definitely take that. Now if I could find some silver like that, that'd be alright. But I'll take a Canadian penny from the 40s. That's cool. Alright, I've done about 2/3 of the area. I'm getting close to the pavement over here. See, there's the pavement. Lots more trash as you get near where people park. But I did just come away with another wheat cent, and this one's a 1914. Can you see that date? Check that out there. That's an older one. Almost got me an Indian head on this one. And it was deep too. It was probably about 8 inches or so. Definitely will take that. Just a couple of minutes later, and I got another one. This one was deep too. This one was deep enough I was questioning whether it was even a coin signal, or it was almost like iron falsing, but not quite. But if you take a look, this one's newer. This one's a 50s model. What does that say? 54 or something like that. So two that were super deep. One's in the teens and one's in the 50s, separated by half a century almost. That's crazy. Look at that. Look at the impression for this thing. Holy cow, that is excellent. You can still see the head of Lincoln right there. That's cool. And the coin itself is just a 1960s penny, but boy is it in good shape. The way this was laying perfectly flat like this, it was just ringing up really high. This is like 30, 32, 33, which is high for a penny. Thought for sure I was going to have myself like a quarter, maybe a silver quarter. And I got a 1960s penny. Okay. I will recheck that hole just in case, but wow. Was not expecting that. It's got me another wheat cent. This one's in great shape. Look at this condition. It's beautiful. And it's a 1934 too. Excellent condition. This one again was pretty deep. I am about 1 1/3 lines away from being done. And I think I'm going to call it. It's only about noon, but I got other stuff to do like usual. Stuff doesn't get done unless you do it these days, so. And I can't afford to pay somebody else to do it, so guess who gets stuck doing it? So, we're having fun while we can, though. As you can see, I'm like right up against the parking lot now. This is the kind of stuff you run the risk of finding when you're up against the parking lot. I thought this was going to be like a quarter or something. And it's not. What is that, old Buick logo? Whatever. Almost done with this section. There's another little like 6-foot strip right over on the other side. I might try doing that too real quick since I'm here. I am up next to the school now. Just because there was a tiny little spot here, like 20 foot by 30 foot. So I decided, ooh, that's kind of bent. To check up over here. Really not a lot of signals that aren't garbage, but I did get this. Another wheat cent. What do we got? A smoothie, that's what we got. Oh, a smoothie sounds good, I'm thirsty. I cannot tell what that says, can you? See if we get that little bit of schmooze, sorry. I know I'm super close up trying to clean this thing. I cannot tell what that says. 19 something or other is all I can say. See, looks like a 15. Kind of hard. It's I'm looking through the camera and it's really bright, so we'll check her out when I get home. But that's a nice one. Almost done. And yet another wheat scent. Had a few ants that we disturbed there. There was a lot more. You can see some of the structure of the nest there. Nice ants. I like ants. I don't like disturbing them, so I just got the corner of the nest, so they'll recover quite easily. So I'm not too worried about them. This one is a 1952. Kind of chewy too, isn't it? Got some good spots and some bad spots. Maybe the ants did it. Well, here we are. It's actually just about the next weekend. It's Friday. And I was hoping to get this video out tomorrow morning, so I'm trying to hurry for you guys. I won't really be available a whole lot this weekend anyway. It's Memorial Day weekend. My daughter and I are going to Chicago to a concert. Gonna get back late Saturday night / Sunday morning, so I'm probably gonna be dead until Monday. I can't handle staying up late like I used to. So, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. So anyway, we came away with some really interesting stuff this weekend though. Ended up going to 2 spots. One is an old school that I've detected a million times, found gold ring there and all kinds of stuff. And that was all out back. There's an area up next to the road that I've pretty much just avoided because it's up next to the road, next to a bus stop and all kinds of stuff. But I decided to start looking there and stayed there maybe 15 or 20 minutes. The cold and the wind was brutal, more so than I thought it would be. So I decided, you know what, I'll find something else to do. And then I went out the next day and had a beautiful day. But let me show you what I did come away with. And there we have it, the board of shame. Those 2 are from the first spot I went to. Everything else is from the second, I do believe. Got that arrow that we found. In the parking lot, I found some axe. Still got stuff in it. It's like half full, too. So I'm not a big axe person, but I might even hold on to that. A couple of things that sounded really good, and it just, oh man, those mess with your head. Zinc penny. These are the only 2 pennies or 2 coins, and they're both pennies that I found that were not 60s or older, so that's pretty cool. Got me that like Buick hubcap center there. This I'm not sure what this is. It looked like camp lead at first. It's heavy. I'm not 100% certain it's heavy enough to be lead though, and I can't scratch it with a fingernail. Well, maybe just a hair there, but it's harder than I think lead should be, so I don't think it's really lead. And it has more of a high metallic sound when you drop it than the thud that I would think lead would typically have. But it's cool. I thought I'd found myself, if you take a look at it, you see around the base of it, it has like those rings, and I thought I'd found myself a 3-ringer that had been made into a chess piece or something, which for Michigan would be really, really cool. So there's the coins that I got that were in the 60s. Got me my 65 FU Mint Mark quarter. Got me a 1940 Canadian. That was cool. Nice patina on it. Nice and green. Kind of hard to see it this light, but it's a cool patina. There we go. That backside is a little bit better to see. Got me a Chinese coin. The way this is shiny in spots, I don't know if this is horribly old. This may be a reproduction. These were reproduced just as decorative pieces, and it almost doesn't have the right feel to it. It kind of does, but maybe it's just been scratched across the surface and shined up because of it. I don't know. I like these things. They're still cool nonetheless. First place, I found a sheriff's badge. Pretty sure it's a toy sheriff. This is a mystery. If you guys can make out anything on this, you can see some stuff trying to peek through. But I can't tell what any of it is. One part of me right there, that little spot looks like kind of a hood and looks like a spirit. I turn it like that, it kind of looks like the sail on a sailboat. It looks like where my finger is up here, there's letters. If I rotate it upside down like that, it kind of looks like a coffee cup or an urn. I don't know what I've got. And this is after doing a little bit of electrolysis to try to get something. Prior to doing that, you could see absolutely nothing. And the back side is even worse still, or front side. I'm not sure which side is which. I'm calling this the back side. But like you can see on the edges, it looks like there's something. It's ever so slightly smaller than a quarter. But if you take a look, if it'll focus in for me here, it has a reeded edge. So I'm not sure what would have a reeded edge ever so slightly, like if I put it on top of the quarter there, you can see just a little bit of the quarter peeking around. Kind of hard to see from the angle with this, but you can see that quarter peeking on the sides. So I just don't know what that is. If anybody can identify this or tell me how to hold it properly, let me know. I don't know what this is. See another little thing over on, where'd it go? Like right at about 2 o'clock, there's something that looks like it's trying to peek through. I just don't know. I can't tell what this is. And maybe if somebody points out to me the moment they say, oh, it's this, I might be able to see it. I have an inkling that it's a foreign coin. It's pretty light, but it's got the coppery color to it. So I just don't know. Really cool find. I just wish I knew what the hell it was. So, and there's all my wheats. I got everything from a 1914 and a 1919 all the way up to a 1956D. So we got some old stuff this weekend, that's for sure, but not as old as I'd like to find. Where I'm at, if you can find stuff in the 1800s, you're doing pretty good. And it's really hard to find stuff going back to the 1700s here. And it just finished. I don't know if you could hear the stuff that was going on in the background, like my daughter's 3D printer was running back there. It just finished up. I could hear it. Anywho, good weekend to get out and do some detecting, that's for sure. I got some axe, I got a mystery coin, and some other cool stuff. So I really had a lot of fun getting out. It's getting warm finally, and actually we're going from the extreme where it's too cold and we've got lots of moisture to now it's starting to get warm. It's supposed to be in the 90s next week, and we've had no rain, so it's going to start drying out. So now I get into that time period where with the heat and the rain, I have to be careful, because just digging even a nice, neat plug, it's going to leave a mark, because if you disturb that grass by digging that plug, a lot of the time the plug will go brown before the area around it will, and it's noticeable. So you have to really start being careful this time of year when we have heat and no rain and the ground gets dry and the grass gets dry. But anywho, that's it. It's Memorial Day weekend. Gonna have a great weekend. My daughter and I are going to a concert in Chicago tomorrow. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm super excited about it. She is too. So hopefully I'll get some metal detecting in this weekend too. But if not, I'll see you guys next time. You guys get out and enjoy life. Get out and find some treasures, and let me know what you're finding. See you guys later.